What is up, boys? Today is Friday, April 4th. I made around $4,000 today trading the Nasdaq. Unfortunately, I did lose my top step accounts. I am restarting my process with that. I'm going to be posting that on YouTube. It's going to be called Poverty to Payouts, I believe. I don't know if that's too extreme, but I'm going to be trying it out. So I am up around 2,300 across each eval. I'm not going to be counting that towards this because that is not actual money I can make or withdraw, right? So I did make 1,300 on 3 Alpha Capital accounts. So that is 3,900 if I'm not mistaken, which is 4,000 for the title, for clickbait, whatever the fuck. So took 2 trades today, and I took one on my live account. I'm not gonna say how much I made on that, but it's not more than the other ones. But this is the trade I took on my personal account. But let's get into this little trade recap, right? All right, 8:30, we had news. What do we get? 8:30, NFP, data highs, data lows. What does price do? Comes down, takes out the lows, soups the lows, closes above the body of the last move to the downside before a move to the upside. What does that give us? A bullish CISD. Price taps into it and rejects it, giving us a bullish confirmation. I entered off this candle closure. Stops were below this low. Like here was this big stop. TP at this high. I should you not, I almost crashed out in this trade, right? I know George TP'd here. 73.5 points out of 78. So I was 4 points away from making $4,500 on each account. Brutal fucking break even. Genuinely brutal break even, right? Doesn't matter. Accounts are still green for the day. This is all on Top Step, by the way. The first 2 trades are on Top Step, right? What do I see though? I look back and everything. All right, we're in a bullish 5 minute. We are still respecting a bullish 5 minute. Yes, order flow is bearish. I am still bearish for the day. Price is still dumping. You can see I took a short later on in the day, but we cannot ignore data highs, right? So what I do see is an internal sweep of sell side inside a bearish or bullish 5 minute fair value gap. I see a bearish 3 minute get disrespected. So we have a 3 minute IFEG. What do? I wait for a candle to open somewhat relatively low in the range, right? Waited for price to open low, entered in longs off there, targeting that my fill was actually closer to like here. Yeah. It wasn't the best RR, I'm not gonna lie. I did close this trade when we swept this internal high here. Just because I wasn't trying to deal with what happened here again. Price literally took out internal high and dumped. I wasn't about to live through that again. So instantly took profits here. Negative RR, say what you want. I don't care. I'm on an eval. It's not that deep. Took profits. Data highs did get hit eventually, but I probably would have gotten break even on that trade. So I'm glad I took profits where I took profits. Third trade, right, was based off. All right, so look at the daily and 4 hour basically. We are extremely bearish. Nothing about this is bullish. I believe the Nasdaq is down 3.6% as we speak. Yeah. Hourly chart. Overnight we dump, create a bearish 1 hour. Price pushes up into the bearish 1 hour, takes out buy side, taps into a 50 minute bearish fair value gap. We do have data highs on the 1 minute, right? Wait, there's so much going on. My bad. Let me delete these trades now that I went over them, right? It was based off a 1 minute CISD, 3 minute IFEG coming out of a 5 minute fair value gap. So if you guys don't remember those, data highs instantly swept, right? What do we see coming out of that? We see lows on these time frames. We see some nice, these are just lows I want to see get taken out, right? Go on the 5 minute. What do we see? Closure up or closure below the last move to the downside before a move to the upside. Gives us a bearish CISD. We also create a bearish 5 minute fair value gap. What does price do? Taps into it. All right. Taps into it and gives us a nice rejection to the downside. We come market open. Hold up, my bad. Market opens, we come take out this buy side. What is this? Judas swing, right? What do? We create a 1 minute CISD here. Price comes in to this 1 minute bearish fair value gap rejection. This is a very basic trade, but it is a good trade. I saw price rejecting it. I actually entered before the candle closed. Stops were at the fair value gaps high, right? TP was down here. I took this trade on Alpha Capital and on my personal account, right? So I did make 1,300 on each Alpha Capital account, and I made something around there on my personal account. I'm not going to add that into the video, but just to say, I made around $4,000 on funded today. I made around 10,000. What is it? 11,500 on the evals. So yeah, 2,300 times 5. What is that? 11,500 on evals. I made 4,000 live funds, and I made X money on my live account, which I'm not gonna count that. But yeah, overall, not a bad day. We were 2 for 3 on the day. 0 losses, 2 wins, 1 break even. Not that bad. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Let me know. Just ask in the comments. Join my Discord. It's free. You can ask any questions you want there. I'll always be there to answer. All right. Peace out, boys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice weekend.